Y'all grab your popcorn because Big Ed's about to get tossed aside faster than day-old takeout.
You ready to go to bed?
We're not going to bed.
So is your room close to Big Ed or not? He might hear you.
That's the point.
I'm sure Ed will be somewhere in the corner crying, but if he wants a problem, I'm right here.
Liz Woods moved on with her new man, Jayson Zuniga, and Woo Chile, he's working hard to make Ed jealous. The drama popped off when Jayson asked Liz,
You ready to go to bed?
We're not going to bed.
In episode 14 of Happily Ever After Season 8, we find Ed and Liz in yet another dramatic standoff. Liz, tired of the back and forth, has packed her bags, ready to leave Ed's place for good.
Meeting Jayson, I didn't expect it. Like whatever. He's cute. He's attractive.
I think Ed's really mad.
Liz and her new man are here, and let's just say Ed's big mad, even though he's trying to play it cool. Watching him struggle to keep that poker face is pure comedy. And don't even get me started on Angela. She's out here louder than a block party, making things messier than ever. Tonight's drama is gonna be juicy, with Ed and his wild antics leading the way. So sit tight, because we're diving into all the tea. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Buckle up, because we're about to witness Big Ed get tossed aside quicker than last week's leftovers by Liz and her new man. And honey, let me tell you, watching this man's downfall in real time is a whole vibe. So we kick things off with Ed throwing out some compliments to Liz's new boo. I guess we gotta give him a little credit. At least he's self-aware enough to admit that the new guy is fine as hell. But let's be real. Liz hit the nail on the head. Ed is big mad, and he's trying real hard to keep that poker face. But we all know this man can't hide his feelings worth a damn.
I'm sure Ed will be somewhere in the corner crying, but if he wants a problem, I'm right here. Ed and Liz is over. Now we move on with Liz and Jayson.
And deep down, he's itching for some drama. Baby, you can practically see him scheming behind that fake-ass smile, just waiting for Big Ed to pop off tonight. I'm here for it. Now, I'm pretty sure most of this episode is going to be all about that first night after the tell-all drama wraps up. I know I ain't saying it pretty, but y'all get the gist. They're all back at this bougie mansion where everybody's crashing, and you already know it's about to go down.
I'm willing to place a bet for $1,000 that in 6 months, him and I will be at a bar and he'll be crying into his...
So Ed's out here betting his entire net worth, which probably ain't more than $1,000, let's be real, that Liz's new man is gonna be crying over her just like Ed in a few years. But let's keep it 100. That's not gonna happen because, unlike you, Ed, this man ain't some narcissistic piece of trash. That's the real difference between y'all, period.
There is a problem here! And you are the problem!
So we get back to the mansion, and guess what? Angela's already out here hollering like she's at a block party. I ain't even sure what she's mad about this time, but honestly, I've been keeping myself in the dark when it comes to her and Michael's drama. I'm just here for Big Ed's mess, because we all know that's where the tea is piping hot. But listen, if y'all want me to dive into Angela's train wreck of a story right after we spill the Big Ed tea, I'm down. Because let's be real, her drama looks messier than a 3-day-old weave. And can we talk about how she's got the same toxic superpower as Big Ed? Both of them can suck the energy out of a room like a vacuum. Everybody around them looks straight up uncomfortable. Honestly, those two might as well end up together. They're both on that perfect level of misery. Match made in reality TV hell, if you ask me.
Lauren wanted to talk to him.
Hey, Liz, can I have a second, you guys? So, something happened earlier.
Okay.
Oh Lord, here we go. Ed just had to interrupt Liz right in the middle of her story. They're all chatting about someone else in the cast, minding their business. And Ed's like, hold up, I need to make an announcement. Like, really? What could be so important that he had to cut Liz off mid-sentence just to blurt it out?
Which I was pretty much called a liar.
Okay.
This is my sister, who was at our pasta night.
Classic Ed, right? This man cannot stand not being the center of attention for even a second. So what does he do? He decides to call up his sister, Liz, which, by the way, is still weird as hell to me. Like, how do you even date someone with the same name as your sibling? That's just a whole level of awkwardness I can't even touch. That whole situation is just straight up weird to me. But moving on, it's hilarious how Ed's gonna call up his family, the only folks on this planet, besides Angela, who would ever defend this hot mess of a man. So, of course, his blood relatives are gonna have his back, but honestly, nobody else cares. Once again, Ed's just making things all kinds of awkward for no reason other than his giant overblown ego.
Did you not prep her for this already? On what to say? It's been like, what, how many hours?
And then we've got Jay, Liz's new man, peeping the whole scene like, yeah, we know y'all probably rehearsed this little stunt beforehand, because, let's be real, the only people still in Ed's corner are the ones related to him, who've been dealing with his BS since forever. They've just forgotten that normal humans don't act like Ed.
Make sure she stops drinking.
No, you need to shut the up. You need to watch your mouth. You don't talk
Up.
You're not gonna do anything.
So Jay stands up and just towers over Ed, and Ed doesn't even bother to stand because, let's face it, his sitting height and standing height are practically the same. He knows trying to show up Jay would just be embarrassing with that height difference. But what I love most is how Jay is ready to ride or die for Liz. No questions asked. That's how you do it. This is exactly the kind of energy Liz needs in her life. A man who's got her back and gives her that positive affirmation Ed never could. It's wild how Ed always complained she didn't do the same for him, when the real gag is that he never gave her anything to back up in the first place. That irony was the funniest part of their whole relationship.
You're not gonna do anything. You don't disrespect her like that.
Oh, hey, Liz. Hey, can you guys please?
So now, after getting called out, Ed's like, y'all, can you just shut up for a sec so my sister can jump in and lie for me? Please just let her cover my sorry ass with some made-up excuse for this mess that nobody even cares about anymore. Then Ed's sister hops on the phone, all calm, like, yeah, you planned the meal, you cooked the meal, maybe you made a mistake. Girl, please, we all see through that, but it's cute that she's trying to clean up his mess. But Liz totally overreacted, and you can tell the way she's retelling the story is just ridiculous. Like, girl, we know you and Ed rehearsed these lines a million times before he pulled this little stunt.
Ed was supposed to watch my daughter that day.
Please let her talk.
You're such a pussy.
And let's be real, the way Ed talks to Liz now, you can hear the contempt dripping from his voice. The mask is off, honey, and it's clear this is exactly how he treated her when the cameras weren't rolling. This dude is a straight-up scumbag, zero respect for women, and the way he talks to them in general is disgusting and honestly kind of scary.
You're such a pussy.
Oh, yeah, you're military?
Yeah, and you're a pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can we take a moment to appreciate Jay? He's out here basically calling Ed a wuss, and Ed's weak little comeback just proves the point. Jay is not here for the nonsense, and I'm loving every second of it. So Ed's out here like, yeah, maybe I am a wuss, but weren't you in the military? Didn't you defend your country with bravery and honor? What's up with that, right? And everyone's just looking at him like, dude, what's your point? Even Jay's like, yeah, I served, and glad we cleared that up. Ed tried to pull something, but it just fell flat.
A lot of emotions that seemed unnecessary.
After calling my daughter a baby,
Now Liz starts defending herself, and she's doing it with this calm, collected vibe. Like, yeah, she's annoyed. Who wouldn't be in this mess? But she's not about to raise her voice or stoop to Ed's level. And when folks ask Ed's sister if Liz was really out here wildin' like Ed claimed, going off on some screaming tirade, she's got nothing.
She's
Say
digesting.
she was acting the way she's acting tonight, and that's
But
all.
she's not acting any sort of way tonight. She's actually quite pleasant tonight.
Liz is out here handling herself like a grown-ass woman, staying calm and shutting down those lies. Basically, she just proved what we all knew. Ed and his whole ridiculous family blew this thing way out of proportion just to defend their precious little meatball of a son or brother. It's pathetic, really. So the rest of the cast is sitting there, looking all confused, like, what's the issue here? Liz is handling this exactly how any adult would when someone's lying on their name. It's clear this whole call was a complete waste of time, and Ed realizes it pretty quickly. But of course, being the arrogant jerk that he is, he just doesn't care. Instead of backing down, he doubles down. Hell, he's tripling down at this point.
She won't even let you talk.
no,
You talked already.
she already admitted that person that.
She's obnoxious. I know. I need somebody classy. That's right.
So what does this loser do? He struts away, phone in hand, trying to save face after nobody sides with him. Once again, he's right back where he started. A social pariah, just like he's been his whole life. And let's be real, y'all. This man talks a big game about being bullied as a kid, but the way he acts now, you can just tell he brought that mess on himself. He's the type to claim he's a victim of bullying, but the truth is, it's his own nasty attitude and the way he handles everything that makes people dislike him. And instead of taking responsibility, he twists it into this sad little woe is me narrative. Nah, Ed, we just genuinely can't stand your entire personality and how you deal with the world. But before we dive into the chaos, let's take a moment for Ed's dogs, the true victims of this never-ending drama. You know they sense the tension. Animals are experts at picking up on human conflict. As Liz wipes away her tears, exhausted from the emotional roller coaster, Ed's in the other room, completely unfazed, doting on his dogs and ignoring Liz altogether. It's a stark reminder of where his priorities lie. Liz may not see it yet, but this could be the best thing that ever happened to her. After all, who really wants to be tied down to someone who's proven time and again that he's more interested in being right than being loving? It's a mess, but it's the kind of mess that's hard to look away from. So let's break down the latest episode, where the drama is just as high as ever, and maybe, just maybe, Liz is finally seeing the light.
Ed always asking me for FaceTime. He want to video call with him to FaceTime.
So Ed said that he hasn't spoken to you at all, and then now he's saying he can't remember if he spoke to you.
I didn't.
That's not true. Because he already messaged me and I have a screenshot.
Okay, well, we have that screenshot.
This is what I wanted to read.
Oh, gosh.
Can you read that for us, please?
Purchase your tracks today.
I hope all is well. You look amazing. She says thanks. He says, I want to come to the Philippines again to see you if you're open.
Wow.
You just said that you were in communication with her.
Liz, sit down. Jesus
Did
Christ.
he not just say that he
did.
hasn't spoken to her? Did you? Say yes or no. Did you or did you not just say, I have not spoken to her?
Me no speak English.
What the? You know what? It's not something to joke about, Ed.
It is, because this is her. This is who Liz is.
She's reading the proof is in the pudding. She's reading the stupid text.
Tell me about that text.
Just
Tell me
said,
what about that text.
I've not spoken to her.
See?
You just lied
Hey,
to
Liz.
everybody right here.
Tracks today.
Picture this. Socks, at 59 years old, laughing about how many times he's cycled through breaking up and making up with his fiancée. When we catch Ed and Liz in episode 14 of Happily Ever After. Season 8, Liz has just packed her bags and is ready to roll out from Ed's place.
As much time as you need. It's okay. Let it out. Let it out.
Let's pause and send up a quick prayer for Ed's dogs because those poor pups are the real casualties here. You know they're feeling the tension because animals pick up on human drama like nobody's business.
Why are you guys sad? What's the matter?
Think you're ready now?
So over in the next room, Liz is over there trying to catch her breath after shedding those genuine tears for the Musinettes. Meanwhile, Ed, he's totally unbothered, fussing over his dogs while totally ignoring Liz. Priority check, y'all.
I am definitely trying to keep my composure with Ed right now. I don't know if I'm ever gonna see him again. So I know I have to say goodbye to him, but I just want to get my stuff out and leave.
Clearly, Liz doesn't see it yet, but Ed cutting her loose might be the best thing that's ever happened to her. Can you imagine locking yourself down with a petty gaslighter like him for life? No, ma'am, it's a hot mess. Liz has been down this road with Ed more times than she can count. Before this whole situation, she was already coming out of 2 failed marriages. Yeah, I'm calling it an entanglement, because that's exactly what it feels like. This ain't no real relationship, especially since Ed's been pushing Liz away lately, chasing after every other option he thinks he's got.
I understand why Liz is pissed off at me. Okay, I canceled the wedding. But for her to come in with her mom and just fly off the handle, this is the main reason why I ended our relationship. We spend most of our time fighting.
Small Ed never owns up to his mistakes, so he's not about to admit he's the main source of the drama between them. He does make a point, though. Their whole setup is no good for either of them.
That's not a relationship. It's not healthy.
That's not a relationship. It's a disaster. But here's the kicker. Ed's all too aware their connection was doomed from the start. Would have been nice if he'd clued Liz in on that ages ago, before she made all these sacrifices for this dead-end relationship. Then, Liz pops up, trying to hand back Ed's garage clicker. He says thanks and asks when she wants to plan the move-out day, and Liz has to remind him that the movers are already scheduled for tomorrow, which she told him ahead of time.
I'm sorry I blew up at your mom, but she was coming at me.
Doesn't matter, Ed. You need to learn how to talk to women, period. Doesn't matter who comes at you.
Well,
just know.
that's hearsay.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
Thank you for your apology. There's no excuse.
Thank you.
Own it. You
It
should
is
have
what
done
it
it.
is.
You don't talk to women that way, period.
Go on, Liz, putting this little weirdo in his place. And did he really just hit us with that Amber Heard lawyer nonsense? Ha ha ha. Really now, Liz? This cornball always needs the last word and keeps talking over her.
Okay, your mom wasn't being a woman. She was being a...
Just
How
stop.
did I embed?
Stop.
Liz,
See,
you're being
this is what we're not.
ridiculous.
Just you owned up to it.
Okay,
Take an
fine.
apologies,
Got
but
it.
don't make excuses.
Got it. Fine. I have a request from you.
You don't get no requests, Ed.
Oh, Ed is really out here being petty, talking about how Liz's mom isn't a real woman just because she called him out for not stepping up as a man. We've got the receipts, y'all. Ed got caught in 4K, escalating that argument last episode to a level it never needed to reach.
I want you to learn from this
You
experience.
learned from it, Ed.
I want you to
You
learn.
learned from it.
I want you to
I've already
learn.
learned.
Have you? I'm worried about your next relationship. I want you to be happy.
My next relationship?
And if you don't change, you're never going to be happy.
Let's give a round of applause for the so-called Christian Big Ed, folks. His ego is so fragile, it's almost laughable. And now he's already talking about Liz possibly being with another man? That tells us everything we need to know. He never truly loved her. You used her just to climb onto this TLC platform and milk all the fame and spin-offs you could get. It's crystal clear. There's no way someone who genuinely cared about their partner would be discussing them with someone else right after a breakup.
If you don't change.
There's the one who can't talk to a woman.
So I'm giving you advice.
You know, I'm gonna be fine.
I hope so. I do. I'm worried about you. I'm worried that
This is a narcissist. Stop projecting.
But you're never
Ed.
going to find happiness
Who?
unless...
Ed, we are straight up laughing at you right now. This dude is peak manipulative. Liz is totally on point here. I wish this little weirdo would actually take his own advice, considering he's been treating women badly for years. Now that Ed's made it crystal clear he's on the hunt for Christian women his age, let's serve him a little Christian sass. Matthew 7 says, "For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you."
Who said we're talking about a relationship right now?
But you didn't learn from this experience.
You didn't learn from this experience.
I did too, Liz. I did.
No, you didn't.
Oh my
I'm
God,
not
I
talking
did.
about a relationship, and I'm trying to say goodbye to you, and you're trying to bring up the next guy that comes into my life? Are you kidding me?
Liz tells the audience that because of Ed, she's struggling to trust love again moving forward. It might have felt good for a hot minute, but after all her past relationship failures, she's starting to think nothing will ever work out. What Liz says, Max, is so real. She's like, why do I have to learn a lesson when I wasn't even looking for anything else? She was all in, giving him her undivided attention. Meanwhile, Ed had a wandering eye, always ready to argue or flirt with other women in the DMs and hit up his exes. You can see how badly Ed hurt Liz.
I definitely feel like I deserve to be loved without the constant fear of being left behind.
Even in those after-season testimonials where the cameras catch her breaking down and crying, it's clear she's still feeling the pain. Liz says, "My heart is trying to say goodbye, and he isn't even there." Then we catch Ed full-on creeping, peeking out the window at Liz, probably thinking, I can't wait for her to leave so I can get back to flirting with all these Asian baddies on dating sites. He then tells the audience, I love Liz. I'll always love her. She changed my life in many good ways. Yeah, buddy, check that bank account. A good chunk of that balance is thanks to Liz. You're welcome. And hold up, y'all. Check out this comment Liz dropped on Instagram right after the breakup. She said, "He bought me a car I refused to drive because it had GPS, and he would ground me from it if I made him mad. If I missed my curfew by 5 minutes, I had to drive my old paid-off 2010 car, which he always trashed. It was all about control. If Cameo were to die tomorrow, he'd be broke. That's the only way he managed to stay afloat." Liz says, "My love language is not a gift. All of that was lies. And if I didn't accept a gift, he'd just give it to his daughter." Damn, Tiffany, are you really cool with getting Liz's hand-me-downs? In that interview we covered last time, Ed told Rachel his daughter didn't even know his real age. Maybe she'd be in the loop if you didn't treat her like a second option, Ed. In the latest episode, Ed's out here claiming he tried to change Liz's life for the better, but she wasn't having it, whatever that means, right? Then he goes on about how Liz is a good person and it's better to start fresh than stay in a messed up relationship. Cut to a dramatic shot of Liz and her mom driving away while Ed watches from the window. That's a wrap for the first episode. Fast forward to now, and the story has a happy ending. Yesterday, Liz posted a bunch of cute photos with her new man, Jayson. And let me tell you, some of these are real cutie pie, sweetie pie moments. My fave is the one of them at Dave & Buster's, games and drinks. Yes, please. Unlike Ed, Liz isn't out here posting cringe-worthy drunk videos with randoms. Liz and Jayson are in a real relationship and don't overshare, which makes me think they're actually happy and thriving. She looks so much better with him. It's like night and day compared to how she looked with Ed.
Liz, go. Just go. Go. Go back to your trashy friends in San Diego and be a bartender for the rest of your life.
Okay. He's got a small There we go.
Oh,
Anyway, that's a wrap for tonight. I'm gonna call it here, but don't worry, we've got more drama brewing, and I'll be back with the scoop on the next episode. If you're vibing with this one, hit that like button. I've never had a video break 10K likes, so let's make it happen. Insane, right? Drop a comment on what had you cracking up. I've been laughing way too much, so I'm about to take a chill pill. As always, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Until then, peace out.